Hello and welcome to the Women's Magazine, a program that looks at women's issues, talk about their constraints and achievements, as well as their contributions to national development. I am Edna Musu, sitting in for Fatmata Simaha. In tonight's edition, we'll be looking at women in the media, and in our second segment, we'll bring you talk with the Health Education Directorate on your health. So stay tuned. Women have continued to play a very pivotal role in the electronic media, and one such person is Flora Richards, a veteran broadcaster and a news presenter. Women's Mag team caught up with Flora in this interview. Flora, you're welcome to Women Magazine.
Thank you very much, Edna.
Okay. Flora, can you start by telling us a little about yourself?
Well, my name is Flora Richards. I am a principal producer here at the Gambia Radio and Television Services at Mile 7 Studios. I joined the radio station in 1998, and since then, as I started as a volunteer initially in the late 1997, in 1998, I became an announcer. I was doing announcements, that's continuity in English. From there, I became an assistant announcer, and then we have what we call the assistant producers. I became a producer, and at this point, while talking to you, I'm a principal producer at the news department. Well, my work entails mostly news broadcast in English. I'm also a part of this editorial team for the news department. I edit the news, and then I also have assignments as a reporter, usually at the State House. And then initially I used to do produce some programs, such as the weekend magazine, where we recap some of the news headlines of the week. And also, usually I've been assigned over the years to also compile and produce, as well as present the diary of events, which we usually present at the end of the year. So basically, these are some of the work I do here.
What motivated you to join the media?
Well, I would say it is stemmed out from my passion to be a broadcaster. I could remember when I just completed my A-levels in the late 1997. I had this love for DJing and presenting, programs at radio. So I used to, at the time, I was very fond of very interesting programs at radio stations like Radio 1 FM. So out of this love, this was why I decided to come over to GRTS, and I was given the opportunity to start as a volunteer. And through this experience, it lasted for about 8 to 9 months. I was able to know about what it means to be a broadcaster, what the job entails, and I was able to appreciate it. And then gradually, that was how I was fortunate to become a staff. And then I could say through the years, I enjoy doing it, and it's what I love best. It's my passion, I would say. It's my life. I enjoyed being a broadcaster.
And what challenges do you face in your line of duty?
Well, I wouldn't say I face much challenges. I think the only thing I can tell is like perhaps when it has to do with having the required resources, let's say the equipment to do my work. Sometimes this could pose challenges. But apart from that, I have the environment which is conducive for me to work, and we are fortunate to have some senior officials and personnel who are always willing to support us whenever we need help to do our work, that is with production, with news presentation and the like. But so far, so good.
In that line, I guess you must have achieved a lot during your service. So can you share with us some of these achievements?
Yes, since I started working with GRTs, it's gratifying to know that I was given at least some opportunities to able to excel in whatever I do. GRTs was able to include me in some training packages, both home and abroad, where I was able to practice, to learn, and also to learn from others. I've been abroad to attend some workshops, some conferences on crucial, areas that were supposed to help me, to do better in whatever I was doing. And then at home too here, some indoor house training programs were also organized. Most of them were even technical, and I was fortunate to be part of such programs, and these have over the years, helped me to do my work better.
Okay, as a housewife, how do you blend your everyday house duties and your work?
Yes, it has never been easy, but then, as we say, it's nice if you have people who are always there to support you in whatever you do. You have your family, you have your friends, and even your neighbors. I mean, I'm married with 3 children, but then I thank God that my family, and especially my spouse, is always there for me, because knowing that this is my passion, they are always out there to help me. Sometimes you're at home and you're needed at very odd hours, odd times, and then you have to leave everything. But then if you have people at the back who are supportive, you'll be able to make ends meet, and then you go ahead. And we have duties. Sometimes you come in the morning, you come in the evenings, but then you have to try to juggle too, especially being a woman. If you don't have a house help, you'll have to make sure that you know your timetable and you plan better, prepare food on time, knowing that you'll be going to work in the afternoon, or from work you're back home, make sure the family is taken care of and all that. This is our life, and it has not been that hard, but then thanks to the support we receive from family members. Yeah.
And lastly, what advice would you have to give to young girls who are aspiring to follow your footsteps?
Well, it's gratifying to note that for me personally, I've observed, Edna, that there are many young Gambian women or girls wanting to join the media. If I go out to cover programs or sometimes watching the TV, I see a lot of aspiring young talents in the communications area, and especially especially in the electronic and print media. And then I think if they have the support they need, if the environment is conducive for them to perform, to do or to aspire to get to where they want to get to, I think they can do better. But I think all the more, I think what is needed is with determination. If it is this what you want to do, is your life, I think you have to persevere, you have to be patient, and then you work harder with determination. We'll all get there.
We now take a short break, and when we come back, our second segment